Hello and welcome to another Swiggin Steves bargain beer reviews. Thanks for joining me again. Hope you're all having a good week. I'm trying to get as many reviews in as possible at the moment because I'm on holiday, so I've actually got some time to do some. And today we've got Monteith's, I think that's pronounced, Monteith's Southern Pale Ale, and this were another 69p jobbie from Home Bargains, part of the 69p production line. A few people in the last few weeks actually have said that my beer reviews will probably put lager drinkers off drinking real ale, and which is like, yeah, so what? Who cares, you know? But I mean, I presume it's because I waffle on, or because I talk about beer and I talk about how it what. And do you know what? I actually am quite pretentious. It's either that or it means they don't like my hat, maybe, or what I wear, or something. I don't know. Maybe I need to wear tracky bottoms. And anyway, no, just kidding. No, I'm not trying to stereotype lager drinkers there. But yeah. Anyway, I like a bit of banter. You know what I mean. So yeah. Anyway, if I do put lager drinkers off, I hope maybe I can transform you into drinking real ale still. And I do talk about beer, and it's because I'm passionate about it, you know, and me and many others that review, and a lot of stuff I do talk about is rubbish, you know. I do waffle on and probably how I describe beer is rubbish, but it's just a bit of fun, you know. Anyway, so this is Monteith Southern Pale Ale, and let's see what it says on the front. It says brewed in New Zealand, so it's come from New Zealand, which is odd. You don't really get many beers from New Zealand. Lightly bittered pale ale with zesty fruit aromas and a crisp finish. If it's from New Zealand, I'm hoping it's some of those New Zealand hops are in there. Oh, the computer turns itself on, really annoys me that. So anyway, let's quit gassing and let's get on with it. It's a lovely bottle. Can't really see it on the camera there, but it's got some lovely like embossment on it. And that's 69p. It's like, oh my god. There's people in other countries that don't get these bargain beers that probably have them stored, and they're like, you know, equivalent to £2 or £3 a bottle. Anyway. Maybe more. So here we go. I swear I'll give that a nice little swirl. I got it instantly there. I got quite bready notes off it, you know. I think I'm getting smells from yeast on this one. It smells a little bit funky. It's almost got a slight sort of heaviness to it, if you know what I mean, like when you drink a Leffy blonde beer, you know, when you get that sort of blonde beer, pale blonde, you know. So yeah, I'm getting like a sweetness from it, almost a slight sourness from it, slight zestiness from like a maybe like a lemony zest maybe. But you're getting like a bready note from it as well, from the malts that are used. But I think it's or the yeast actually. Different. Anyway, cheers. If there is any lager drinkers that I have put off, I'd be interested to hear your comments, by the way. Or if there's any lager drinkers that I've actually converted into real ale drinkers, and I know I've done that personally, because most of my mates we used to drink lager before they met me. Well, not before they met me, but before I started indoctrinating them with beer. Anyway, flavour wise, yeah, okay, it's kind of like, not getting a great deal off the flavours, if I'm completely honest with you. Try again. You are getting like quite a heavy sort of. I wonder what the sell-by date is on this. 09/08/17. So it's on the cusp. Yeah, it's not going off. I'm not saying it's going off by any means, but it does smell a little bit on the funky side. Slightly sour, but not unpleasant. Very drinkable. Nice blonde beer. Getting slight breadiness, a slight carameliness to it. Almost like a slight cracker bready almost notes to it. Not a great deal though. It smells more than it tastes actually. It tastes a little bit... I think bland's a bit harsh. I don't think it's bland. It's a nice colour, so it's a nice blonde colour as you can see. Alright. It's clear, it's crisp, so it looks like it's been filtered. I've had a few beers recently from Home Bargains that haven't been filtered and they're absolutely lovely, really nice beers. And it's great to see, you know, like even when the bottle condition and stuff it's great. It's like a dying thing, bottle conditioning in beers, and it just makes them so nice. The carbonation's lovely on this. So it's you're getting slight sort of lagery, almost like pilsnery sort of flavours on it actually. Like cracker bready sort of flavours, breadiness to it. Slight caramel notes, and you're getting the slight zestiness from but you're not getting what I were expecting, sort of like the sort of those New Zealand hops, like a Galaxy or something like that, you know. Is it Australian? I can't remember, but or is it Nelson Selvin, the other hop from over that way? Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's drinkable. I mean, it's worth 69p. You are getting flavours a bit more now. It's one of them you have to get down a little bit. Almost slightly savoury, which I think comes from the yeasty flavours in it. And that heaviness you get from like it does reminisce slightly those blonde sort of Belgium sort of beers, like a Leffy, that sort of thing. Almost like a slight honeyness maybe to it. It's alright. There's nothing on the bottle, I don't think. It comes in at 4.6%, so it's sessionable. A 330 bottle, like I say, a lovely bottle. If you go into Home Bargains and see one of these, pick it up. I'd like to hear your comments. What do you think of this beer if you've drunk this beer before? I think it's nice, and I'd definitely drink it again, especially at 69p. What would I give it for a mark out of 10? I'm going to give it a 6.9, which I think that's quite a good mark, because I think the actual beer is itself very average, but with like sort of slightly heavy Belgium-y beer sort of notes to it. But I don't think it's anything special. It's nothing that will blow your socks off. The smell's a lot more complex than the flavour. With the smell, it does smell like you're almost like getting fruity, almost like subtle fruitcakey notes in it as well. Once you just give it a little bit of a swish, you're getting a little orange and like lemons. But a lot more on the breadiness as well, and the yeast on it. It's okay. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.9 out of 10. Home Bargains. Please feel free to subscribe if you like my reviews. If you don't, then don't. If you're a lager drinker and I've put you off, please add your comments. I'll be interested to hear what you said. If you're a lager drinker and I've got you into real ales, I'd love to hear what you said. Enjoy your summer, people. Don't take things too seriously. Life's too short. See you around next time.